Hey everybody, I'm Rockin' Robbie Billups.
And I'm Jelani Bullard.
And we are pop culture philosophers, and today we're going to talk about and review the Marvel Legends X-Men 2017 Warlock Build-A-Figure line. That's right, everybody. Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers, PCP Toys in specific. It's the show where we talk about toys. And today we're going to review and talk about the entire line, the new X-Men line from Marvel Legends. Now, Jelani is here. Jelani is a huge toy guy, one of PCP's #1 toy fans, and he loves Marvel Legends.
Absolutely.
So Jelani has been kind enough to share with us his full series set of the new X-Men set from Marvel Legends, the Warlock Build-A-Figure. What do you think about the line overall? And here they are, right there in their glory. We got Polaris, Sunfire, Colossus, Old Man Logan, Cyclops, Shatterstar, and the long-awaited first appearance Dazzler with roller skates. What do you think about the line overall?
Man, I love it. This is my favorite line so far. I mean, X-Men, since I was a kid, I've enjoyed the X-Men cartoons, the X-Men comics. I'm deeply ingrained. So when I saw that the first line came out, and that was with that Juggernaut Build-A-Figure.
The one from last year.
Yeah, the one from last year.
That was
excellent, man. It came with Rogue, a lot of different figures. And these are the ones that we needed to get. And then this line came out, and I was even more ecstatic. And I was a little worried about the Warlock Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Because it's a very obscure character, and you don't really have that knowledge. A lot of people don't have that knowledge of that figure. But I'm very glad they made it. It's very well made. All of these figures are well made, actually. The paint details, everything about them just screams X-Men to me. And I love it.
Don't mess with the X-Men. So let's get into this. First of all, let's talk about the Old Man Logan figure. Now, this is the very first Old Man Logan figure that they've done for Marvel Legends, right?
That's correct.
Because they did a 3 3/4 inch figure that was like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or something like that. This is the first Legends figure. What do you think about this figure, man?
I love it, man. The Wolverine the year before, it's kind of got the same build. I like how he's short and stocky. Wolverine is short and stocky. Yes. So
you compare him in size, he's way smaller.
I mean, we have tons of X-Men figures. I mean, if you look at like one of the original X-Men Toy Biz line figures, this is the unmasked Wolverine from the set. The claws are weak. They're a little mashed together, a little flimsy. Yeah. But then you get the new Wolverine, and these claws are amazing. You can actually pull them out, but it gives you the detail that he can have removable claws. And like if he needs a middle finger, he can use a middle finger claw.
You can actually pull those claws out.
Yeah, they're actually able to be removed.
The claws on Wolverine figures, especially the Marvel Legends ones, they've always been disappointing to me because like that arm right there looks really, really good, but this arm is really, really weak. The claws always get smushed together like this one.
Yeah, that's the astonishing Wolverine line. And the claws on this one are, I think they're too long, and they warp. They're always like that. But you can keep the newer claws this way. I mean, I love the articulation for them, that they give you like posable options for those figures. So I like them both. But at the same time, I always choose that Old Man Logan.
This Old Man Logan figure is great. Old Man Logan is a great addition to the Wolverine mythology, to the X-Men line. Like, the character has worked very well in the Marvel Universe proper. And aside from these claws, this figure looks really, really good. He's short, he's stocky, he looks grumpy, he's got the hair, he's got the burns. It's Wolverine to a T. And this one, this arm has really cool looking claws. They're kind of spaced out right. You know, the old Wolverine figures, they would just do this whole like...
They'll pop out.
Yeah, but they were all like put together. But at least with these, and I don't know why they're so curved. I always was wondering why they were so curved in these figures. But at least they stay together. They don't do this weird spready stuff. As soon as they started separating Wolverine's claws, now you have a figure of this, and since you can take the claws out, you put metal claws in it, right?
I put metal claws in it. I have my custom figure, which... It is not close to me, but at the same time, it is, where is it? Let's see. Gentlemen, if you can help me out, thank you. I put it in a nice baggie. Well, whatever, son. But it's still a nice looking figure.
Bro.
Oh, well, you'll get over it.
There we go.
This is the one with our metal claws. Yeah. I got that customized. They look a lot better, a lot sharper. They do have an issue of falling out, but I love the metal on the claws for my figure.
They look good. Now you had someone do that locally or something?
It was a Roy. His name is Roy. He makes excellent claws. I give a big shout out.
Yeah, those look really good.
Yeah, a lot shinier, a lot more complete.
The detail on this figure is really cool too, even down to the belt buckle and the creases in the jacket. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So if you want to set him back
very impressed. We'll put him back.
Let's move on to Sunfire. Sunfire was an OG X-Men character that debuted a long time ago. And they reused him, and well, he debuted before that, but he was reused in Giant Size X-Men and quit the X-Men very shortly after that. There's always been a figure in the X universe. Yeah, he was actually from like back out. I almost want to think that like he was back from the Royal Thomas days, the days of Royal Roy Thomas. But this figure, and Sunfire may not be the most popular X-Men character, but I really do like this figure. I like the effects they give him. Dude, it just really looks good. Great detail in the mask. Overall, Sunfire is a super cool character. He was the one that had the most, like, he had the biggest chip on his shoulder. If you remember, he was like, "You X-Men suck," you know. And he's just way better. He left so quick.
He's way better.
But I love this guy, and I hate it. Like, I don't know, his '90s costume, if you remember that. The Toy Biz toy, the first Sunfire toy, was on that '90s costume. But I love the classic costume. I think it looks good. Great detail in the mask. Tell us a little bit about how you think about this figure.
I love that figure. I love the body mold for this. You can get him into dynamic poses. This is what I love about Marvel Legends figures, the articulation. Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, you can pose him in flight stands.
They even put his belt on there separately.
He gets these removable fire extensions. These originally were painted for the Iron Fist figure.
That makes sense.
That came from that Doctor Strange line. And this body mold actually comes from that Spider-Man 2099 figure. So it's a wider chest, and it looks a lot better. I mean, the articulation is perfect. If you get like the way you can pose it the way you want to, and that's how I want it. I want him to fly. I want him to have all of these dynamic stands. Sunfire, this is his original costume, but at the same time, I think he's like, this is his new costume.
Yeah, I think that's still the costume they use currently. Yeah.
So
it's like the new version of the retro
costume.
Yeah.
So it looks amazing, and this has got to be one of my favorite figures from the line.
It's great. A lot of people are going to like sleep on it and be like, well, who cares about the Sunfire figure, but it's really, really cool. Another one that people may sleep on, and there it is in the package right there. He comes with the torso, the chest and torso of Warlock.
Right.
So it's actually very essential if you want to build Warlock. Correct. And I know that Marvel Legends does that. They're like, okay, people may not want to buy a Polaris or a Sunfire figure or a Dazzler or a Shatterstar, but we're going to put the pieces that they're going to want in there. But these figures look really, really cool. So another one of those is Polaris. Now, Polaris is another character who is so old school with the X-Men. A lot of people think of her as an X-Factor character, but she was there back in the day with Sunfire, Banshee, and Havoc in the original OG days, too. Like, they were the first new characters post the original Brotherhood and X-Men that were introduced.
Correct.
Polaris has been a figure in the X-Men universe forever. She's a great character. They once believed her to be the daughter of Magneto.
The daughter of Magneto, that's
just because she has magnetic powers. I love how they use these little effects to show those magnetic powers. Now, these are similar to the same ones they gave Doctor Strange or something, right?
That's correct, yeah. There are a lot of different figures. Actually, Havoc's had them. I guess her ex-boyfriend in the comics. But he's had the same type of little magic effects. Wonder Man from the Abomination line also has those effects.
It's got the Kirby crackle in it, and that's really, really cool.
Right, and I love the figure. I mean, it's not it's lower on the line for me only because she has trouble standing. Her feet and the articulation on her feet aren't the greatest thing. And even when I got her legs were a little stiff. So as a tip, you can always use a hairdryer to just get in there and get it a little warmer. And that's all I did with this. Put a little cold water afterwards. And now she stands, she's a little better.
That's a really good
tip. As far as the articulation for this one, it's fine. It's all right. I like the way the costume is. I like the paint apps. I'm not a fan of the ponytail. There's a ponytail on it, even though it does give a different hair variation. Yeah. I don't like the ponytail as much.
This is more of her, like, newer
costume. But this is a newer costume for her. But, I mean, it's solid. And we needed a Polaris figure. And this really works out for me.
Super
as far as this is one of the first ones I found. Because, of course, it's kind of a peg warmer. So, but it was the easy one.
I like that terminology.
Yeah.
One of the more popular characters from the set, Colossus, and a more recent version of his costume.
Right.
Colossus, this is a really cool character. It's very, very beefy. I like the sculpt of it. I like the detail in it. I think it's got a really great face there. There's another head for this, right?
There's another head. I'm looking for it.
If you can find the other head, I'll talk about this real quick. Colossus has been featured a lot recently in the X-Men comics. They're kind of going back to those 80s Claremont days with a lot of the original characters that we know and love, like Shadowcat and Nightcrawler and whatnot. Colossus is one of those characters. This is one of the better costumes, in my opinion, for Colossus. I like that there's not the gap there on the legs, because in the old school Apocalypse, he always had like his thighs exposed, and in the early days, they didn't know if they wanted to show Colossus's manly thighs, so they would like have it be tights all of a sudden out of nowhere. But I love this. You got the other head right there.
Yes, I do.
Now
he has this head, but this, go ahead and show him the head.
Beard. It's the one with the beard and the cooler 2017 look that was recently featured in Extraordinary X-Men by Jeff Lemire. So that's super, super cool.
And it's great. I mean, they're easily popped off. You just pull the top.
It's very easy.
There you go. And then you can pop that on there. But I'm not really a fan of this head on this figure.
That looks way cooler.
It looks a lot better. The beard covers up the neck a little bit more. When you have this head on, it kind of pokes the head out a little too much. But I love the build. I love the stature of this Colossus figure.
And the posability is good.
Posed. Yeah. Oh gosh, you can pose him. This is a very popular figure.
Look at those triceps.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
very well
what
built.
What protein does Colossus
He's very well built. I mean, I'm going to keep this head on the rest of the time, but because it's amazing with this figure. He goes well with, like, of course, Kitty Pryde. I've got a Kitty Pryde figure here, and they stand together. It's a good section. I don't know if you want to hone in on that, but like it looks good. She's symmetrical with the figure, so it's great posability with this figure. And then of course you bring in. I want to just do a quick comparison.
With the crazy thighs.
Yeah, Marvel Select.
Now that's way bigger though.
He's a lot larger.
That's from the Juggernaut line?
Yeah. No, this is a Marvel Select figure. This is the Diamond Toys Marvel Select figure.
That's gorgeous.
He's a lot
for Select,
larger.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I usually think the Legends are better than the Selects, but that's actually really good.
It's very impressive. Wow. I use this in my
That's the one that came with the Danger Room piece, right?
That's correct. Yeah, it comes with the big section. But like I know the height difference is good, but I think she fits better in size with that Colossus. And then you go for another comparison. This one's might have a little trouble standing, but this is the original Toy Biz Colossus. And
the Toy Biz Legends.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's a little bulkier, but I like this figure. I wish he was a little shinier. I wish he was as shiny as this figure. You can't go wrong with the classic look, though. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's wearing basically a bathing suit, but at the same time,
a weird-looking bathing suit,
Jelani. Yeah, but there
is your bathing suit's got shoulder pads on?
Yeah, I've got a bathing suit with shoulder pads.
Dude,
why not, man?
Rock it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. But everything about this figure, this is a great updated figure. And I love how it looks in general.
Yeah, I love the darker tones on it. I really like it.
Beautiful.
I love the colors on it. That's really super, super cool.
So it's an excellent figure to look at.
One that I have been really, really anxious to get into is the Shatterstar, dude. You can't not talk about some Rob Liefeld designs here. Now, this is the original look for Shatterstar back from, like, X-Force. Like, X-Force #1, early 90s. I was never the hugest Liefeld fan, but something about me always loved Shatterstar, and I love my original Toy Biz Shatterstar action figure. I love the second one even more. We had an updated look where he had the red pads and shoulder pads. I liked that look, but dude, this original look, it's super cool. Shatterstar, his power was like that he could just work any weapon, whatever, right?
Yeah, he can use anything. He's like the ultimate gladiator. Basically, he was from the Mojoverse, but the future of the Mojoverse, where the X-Men...
The coolest character from the Mojoverse, in my opinion.
He is the mother. His mother is Dazzler, and his father is Longshot. And Longshot was a character that was from the Mojoverse
Longshot's his daddy?
Longshot's his daddy. He's a future version of,
he had a tough life,
kids.
man.
He had a really tough life. And he's
looks good.
Yeah, I love the figure, the way it looks. I love
He's got that Rob Liefeld pouch there.
He's got
that's
all
meaningless.
the extra pouches. He's got the double-bladed sword.
The double-bladed sword.
Yeah,
that thing is so freaking cool.
I love it.
The ponytail, the little braid.
You need a swashbuckling X-Man next to other than like
good.
Nightcrawler. You get Shatterstar in there, and I was not excited for this figure at first, not at all. And then I finally got it out of the package. I mean, he's amazing, man. Like, I need more X-Force figures because of this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Cannonball and Boom Boom.
And a Warpath. A good Warpath. A good cable. Have they done a good cable?
They've done an excellent cable. And I had it for comparison. I forgot to bring it.
Okay.
But he goes well with that cable. I mean, he goes well with any set. And then I could put him anywhere. And like I said, this is one of the better figures that you can see.
Yeah, it's really, really
it's
good.
It's really posable. They're all posable. And it comes from the original Bucky Cap mold as far as the lower torso, the lower section. Bucky Cap mold is, as I will say, they made a figure for Captain America, which was Cap, but it's the Bucky version.
The Bucky Cap, yeah.
But they use a body mold that Marvel Legends is really.
They're prone to
reuse that mold a lot. And they used it here, but not as much as on the torso section. They used actually a newer mold where you can get, like, you see those little wrinkles in the front, and you can see little wrinkles in the back for the shirt. I mean, the detail for this figure.
That's a great looking figure.
Yeah, you can even you can see the lines inside of the shoulder pad, the way it was drawn. I'm not a fan of Rob Liefeld's art, but like they pretty much nailed it.
Hasbro has found a way to make Rob Liefeld's art look cool. In 3 dimensions. Speaking of looking cool in 3 dimensions, let's get to that Dazzler figure over there.
Right.
I'm loving this Dazzler figure because, first of all, that's like a Doctor Strange type effect that they're using there, right? But it's got the cool multicolors. I love that. But the best part of this action figure, she's got the microphone. She's got the roller skates. You've got to be kidding me, guys.
Awesome.
Dazzler was such a weird... it was such a weird character to introduce into the world of the X-Men, but it was like, what, 1979, 1980?
You're into the disco
phase.
The
dying days of disco, and like maybe they're a little bit behind the curve, and they've always had problems reinventing this character. Though I think their latest attempts have been pretty cool, but that's a really cool figure.
Yeah, her mutant ability is to turn sound into light. So, I mean, she speaks, and then light comes from it. Or she can... In the last, what was that? There was an issue where she fought Black Bolt, and Black Bolt spoke, and she used her that. So they use her creative.
She absorbs sound and redirects it out as photon energy.
It's awesome. Like the roller skates. I mean, that's a great addition. Now I really wish they'd come with different feet too. Yeah. Just for different posability. But I mean, she stands well. If you stand her like pretty well on the table, and it goes well. You can stand her straight.
She got the bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms. I mean, it's perfect. I love the sculpt. I love everything about it.
The disco collar.
Like, you have to have the mic, and you have to have everything about it.
Yeah.
Just screams.
That's a really good figure. Even lesser known characters like Shatterstar, Dazzler, Sunfire, and Polaris look amazing in this line. And everybody's favorite X-Men to hate is Cyclops. And the Cyclops figure looks really, really cool. Now, you have a jacket on here from a Toy Biz figure.
Yes, I did. And I put it on. I like to customize my figures. I mean, and that jacket looked like it would go perfectly with this.
Yeah, there's the original in package right there.
But that's the original, of course.
Coming with the leg of Warlock, obviously.
Right. Oh, yeah, and we should be talking about the Warlock pieces.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second.
Just a moment.
But about the Cyclops, what do you think about it? I like it. I love the colors. They're bold.
Yeah, this is the Bucky Cap mold. This is the iconic Jim Lee Cyclops. This is 90s Jim Lee. This is the figure I wanted more than any of the figures on the table, because this is what I think of when I think of Cyclops.
Okay.
Now, there's different Cyclops over the years, and of course, you were talking earlier about Cyclops, but this is the Toy Biz version.
Yeah. The dirty Cyclops, in my opinion.
This is the kind of the...
He looks so dirty.
The suit I like. I like this suit.
This is a great suit. This is my favorite Cyclops costume.
And they're going to make another one, of course, but I love this update for this figure. My complaints with the figure, as far as... the articulation's perfect. It's a Bucky Cap mold, so it's going to be pretty much standard male figure. He's tall. I like that well, actually, I don't like the looseness that you have right here on the sides. Now, they tend to fall down, but I super glue mine just to make sure that they go together. But at the same time...
Another insider tip.
Yeah. You don't have to put super glue. You can use hot glue and just put a little dab on the sides. But the leg pieces and the thigh pieces want to fall down. And that's why I put all that stuff on there, just to make sure that it holds up pretty tight. But he looks amazing. I love the hair. I love the sculpt. I love this belt. It's actually loose on him. Now, I kept the jacket on because, for comparison, even though you can see it right there, I love this jacket that goes with it. So, but the fact that you can do all of these, the cool poses that you would want to do with Cyclops.
Yeah.
I'm really a fan.
He does the hand to the visor thing, which is very important.
Fist out. I would like him pointing. That would be a good one.
And he looks good with that jacket.
I love that jacket.
That jacket's from an earlier Toy Biz one, and we were talking before we started recording about the X-Men versus Street Fighter line and how they were using that. That was the jacket they used on Cyclops.
That's the jacket they used on Cyclops. So, I mean, it works out really well.
It looks good.
And this is, like I said, by far, this is my favorite figure of the line. Even though there's Old Man Logan there, and there's a Colossus there. Those are my top three.
Man,
but
if I had to pick a favorite, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with Shatterstar. I actually like that Shatterstar figure.
It's pretty awesome.
A lot. They're really good figures. So overall, you're impressed with the line, because I am.
I love it. I love everything about it.
All right.
The X-Men wave, I hope they're going to get better. I know they are, because they're finding, they know what the fans want, and they're giving it to us finally. And the X-Men property was mired in the Marvel Studios Fox
that whole
war
rivalry.
And so they stopped doing comics for them, and they stopped doing X-Men books. They stopped doing X-Men real merchandising.
They started,
And
but now they've lifted that ban.
And it's beautiful.
And here we go. So now one of the coolest things, of course, about the Marvel Legends line are the Build-A-Figures. They've done some great Build-A-Figures from the past, like Galactus and Apocalypse, and recent ones like Dormammu was a great Build-A-Figure.
I love these.
So Warlock is the Build-A-Figure in here from the New Mutants book. Now, I'm not the hugest Warlock fan, but I do love Bill Sienkiewicz's, and I think this is a great adaptation of Bill Sienkiewicz's Warlock in action figure form. So tell us a little bit about it and build it for us, man. Let's do it. Let's build Warlock.
We're going to build Warlock. And all these pieces came from Warlock, and I'll go, the first piece was the head. We'll do the head. The head came from Colossus, along with the bladed accessory figure. The right arm came from, let's see, I was trying to look at them. The right arm came from Dazzler.
Shatterstar, it looks like.
And, oh yeah, that's right.
The left arm from
Dazzler. The left arm came from Shatterstar. The right arm came from Dazzler. The torso came from Sunfire. The left leg came from Cyclops.
Yep.
And the right leg came from Polaris. So you get all of them together. We'll just, start, like I said, start with the head. We'll go with the head and connect it to the torso. Dazzler wants to fall.
Some roller skates.
We'll do it from right here. So the head came out like that. And I'll put Dazzler back up for fun. Then we'll put the right arm in. And my complaint with that was this piece right here doesn't really fit. It's supposed to fit into the back of the figure, but it doesn't want to stay. So we'll just leave it out for now, just for that comparison.
Okay.
The next part, we'll put the left arm in. Like that. And then we got
cool already.
The right leg. And the right leg and the left leg, I think they have different sections. No, they're not. They're pretty much the same. But you just stick it in like that. And then you stick the left leg in like that. And boom. You have your Warlock figure. And like I said, in the back there are 2 holes. And when you get the holes, you can put them in the back like that.
Yeah, like those Apocalypse figures from back in the day.
I like these little things, but at the same time, they don't stay as well. So like I said, it keeps popping out.
Let me see that.
You can try, but I don't think it'll really fit. But look at that thing.
That's very impressive, man.
Yeah, I like the sculpt. I mean, it's amazing. It stands well. It's great posability, and you can remove either one of the hands and put this buzzsaw tool on it and have it. Like I'll use the fisted hand, and it easily pops out.
Okay.
And then you can just put the buzzsaw hand in either hand, but that one goes really well.
That's so cool.
And then you can look at that too.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest Warlock fan. I always thought he was a little doofy, but that's a really cool figure. Yeah, very posable.
Very posable.
These Build-A-Figures they do are great. Yeah. Great detail. Oh my goodness, that looks so freaking good.
And for comparison,
oh my goodness.
this is an older wave. This isn't actually Warlock, but this is Douglock.
Yes, yeah.
There was a
Ramsey
character
and Warlock put together.
That's
yeah.
right.
Wow.
And that's
Is that
Doug
from...
right there from Cypher. He was
goodness.
the character Cypher.
What line is this from? Is this from like a Generation
I'm
X?
not sure. I think this is the New Mutants line.
Oh yeah.
That goes with
oh
it.
my goodness.
But yeah, I'm gonna compare.
Holy
those.
cow!
Look at that. It comes with a little blaster. It had little discs, but I lost those a long time
This
ago.
is pretty
I've
cool.
had that for a few years ago.
The way that you can take that off and it's
and
Doug right there.
It's Doug.
Yeah.
And then you get Doug Lock. So comparing them, I mean, I love the height.
That's
and no
so
one's
cool.
ever really compared these two. I've seen a lot of videos for the Warlock, and you never really see the comparison for those two figures. And I mean, they both look great. I think they both go well together. I like the color on this one, but I love the detail of this one. I mean, like even every little piece, you see a little detail for it, and it's well sculpted, and it goes well with these figures. And it's an amazing line.
Yeah, it's a great lineup. Warlock looks cool.
Really
Dude, you blew me away when you brought out that old school Warlock. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jelani. Let us know down below what you guys think of this line. What's your favorite figure from this line? What are some of your favorite figures from past Marvel Legends X-Men lines? Because there's been a lot of cool ones. And this one is yet another giant wave. That's another additional awesome line from Marvel Legends about the X-Men. I just love it. So let us know down below what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. We do toy reviews, comic book reviews, movie reviews, all that and more, including a podcast. Can be found at popculturephilosophers.com. This has been
Jelani Bullard.
And I am Rockin' Robbie Billups. We are Pop Culture Philosophers. Thanks for rocking with us. Catch you next time. Dude, you blew me away with that figure when you took the fucking mask off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
I still love it. It's in my X-Men set because I couldn't get rid of it.